Street Empire, the legendary. Music.com.
Worth more than your dollar, created by your hour. And when I'm gone, get a soul, bring me back on my time. You ever heard of time? Come on.
To all the souls who've been martyred, crying out from the altar, holding their testimony, sleep, yeah, the Lord no longer, who am I?
Time.
You ever heard of
time?
Come on.
To all the saints that's been offered like sheep to the time. You ever heard of time? Come on.
1,000 years is that's one day. To the most high, my life is but a vapor. I just don't understand who am I?
Time. I can be just
You never heard of
yeah.
Come on.
My surname Harrison, I'm from the house of James. Learned from my daddy, he was far from a lame. Meditating on his memories, soaking up the pain. Describing me as your perception to change. Going through the motions like the hourglass, I'm running out. And no emotion, just advice, choose another route. I'm gone in the blink of an eye. Move quickly, short attention span, most likely. Ain't no telling when you see me later. Thick skin, all in, congratulating the haters. True brew, hallelujah, who vibrating them prayers. It's 3 o'clock, but I ain't talking about what's on your watch. Once you're dead, it's too late to learn the lake is hot, the money and your knowledge. But that ain't comparable to him that was sent. Ain't nothing more valuable. Worth more than your dollar, created by your hour. And when I'm gone, get a soul, bring me back on my time. You ever heard of time? Come on.
To all the souls who've been martyred, crying out from the altar, holding their testimony, sleep, yeah, the Lord no longer, who am I?
Time.
You ever heard of
Time.
Come on.
To all the saints that's been offered like sheep to the slaughter. Hebrews serving me on the yard, who am I?
1,000 years is that's one day. To the most high, my life is but a vapor. I just don't understand who am I?
Time.
You never heard of
Time.
Come on.
Birth with the flesh of greatness, so as it seems until he was awake and to realize that Satan changes faces. The clock been ticking ever since I left my mother's wombs, battling flesh, then developed some affected wounds. Even the butterfly has to be reborn in its cocoon. I asked the Lord why my niggas had to leave so soon. I blame Satan while sinning with my own hands. Lust got me thinking with my wrong head, sleeping in the wrong bed. But see, life is but a vapor. Don't waste your days in paper. Repent for your sins because you might not have it later. Most labor in vain, searching for fortune and fame instead of seeking his name. For every second Yahweh will judge by my line, so come up out of her. Can't change the hands of time, not even on your calendar.
More than your dollar, created by your hour. And when I'm gone, get a soul, bring me back on my time. You ever heard of time? Come on.
To all the souls who've been martyred, crying out from the altar, holding their testimony, sleep, yeah, the Lord no longer, who am I?
Time.
You ever heard of
Time.
Come on.
To all the saints that's been offered like sheep to the slaughter. Hebrews serving me on the yard, who am I? Time. You ever heard of time? Come on.
1,000 years is who am I?
Time.
You never heard of
Time.
Come on.
The clock keeps ticking. If you awake or sleeping, righteous or vain living, you better stop sinning. Cause you can't get back what's past, and that's that. We here to mix and whack, bring the word Yahweh back to the front of your pineal. Spiritually, we Hebrew. Get some understanding about the word of the most. When you're living for the kingdom, ain't no need to boast. Walking after Hamashiach, get the best toast.
Worth more than your dollar, created by your hour. And when I'm gone, get a soul, bring me back on my time. You ever heard of time?
Oh, they testimony sleep. Yeah, the Lord knows who am I.
Time.
You ever heard of
Time.
Come on.
To all the saints that's been offered like sheep to the slaughter. Hebrews serving me on the yard. Who am I? Time. You ever heard of time? Come on.
1,000 years is that's one day. To the most high, my life is but a vapor. I heard of
Time.
Come on.
Wise woman build a house. A foolish woman tear it down. A wise woman build a house. A foolish woman tear it down. Full tribe, static addicts in the building. What up, Moshe? Judah Black, super producer. Y'all know what it is.
PSBeats.com.
It's funny how you saying you were safe when you sitting and you constantly wasting my time. I see the signs in the you planted you virtuous and you work it, but I'm gone.
Yeah, because you're too headstrong.
You virtuous and you work it, but I'm gone.
Yeah, because you're too headstrong.
A wise woman build a house. A foolish woman tear it down. A wise woman build a house. A foolish woman tear it down. Yeah, man. Relationship hold no weight. What happened to the courting days? You know the sporting days. We knocked your boots before we grew as friends. Now you hate my face. Eating from that wicked evil tree of knowledge. Don't judge a man by his wallet. Didn't know the devil were Pradas or stilettos, so I had to let go. Ears bloody from the screaming and the echo. It's hard to lead a broken home when you focus on your calling. Sticks and stones will break your bones. Words hurt more than often. This marriage became a coffin. That's the thought of it all. But through it all, you had no fault in it all. Constantly wasting my time. I see the signs in the beginning. All along you've been pretending. Distracting my mind. You planted you virtuous and you work it, but I'm gone.
Yeah, because you're too headstrong.
You virtuous and you work it, but I'm gone.
Yeah, because you're too headstrong.
A wise woman build a house. A foolish woman tear it down. A wise woman build a house. A foolish woman tear it down.
Yeah, she just a dragon. Was the smell with the look, I should have held back, but the people's calling me. I'm speaking raw facts, a serpent in a skirt, a prince of Yahweh, but my checks is what I'm worth. You're supposed to be my earth, but speaking in your sleep, you'd rather see me in a hearse. Get your act right, the righteous act is what we shall rehearse. So what about the verse? When she rise early, feed a fam, all about a business in the street, they all know a man. Help deviate from the plan.
It's funny how you saying you were safe when you sitting and you're constantly wasting my time. I see the signs in the beginning. All along you've been pretending. Distracting my mind. You planted you virtuous and you work it, but I'm gone.
Yeah, because you're too headstrong.
You virtuous and you work it, but I'm gone.
Yeah, because you're too headstrong.
A wise woman build a house.
www.psbeats.com.
Tear it down. A wise woman build a house. Women feel strong, you love pretending to be independent. She don't have one head, she have many. Lying to herself so much, she confessed her own self and now believe it. She can't see it, my coach swears she's not sin it. But flirting with every Hebrew spirit that is willing. A drama queen, a drama queen, a drama queen. So rock 25-16, rather be. Proverbs 31, we just wanna see a wise woman serve the Most High and submit. So rocks 26 and 26, a wise woman honor her husband and not dishonor him.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Give me a 9 if I can be heard. Family, bless up, bless. Building all praises. I see y'all in the chat. Y'all done got together with your brother this morning, huh? Trying to look at this ugly mug and get myself together. There's all type of things going on, but hey, we choose to walk in power, certainty, love, forgiveness. Forgiveness is another one too, man. We got forgiveness bad. You hold on to something, boy, mess around and shut you down on the inside. Dig. Been talking to a lot of loved ones this morning. Like this morning, it's been, man, I don't know what's going on, boy, but something done sped up. Yeah, I didn't talk like 4 people. I didn't talk like 4 people out of this strange place in their mind. You know what I mean? You got to fight your mind sometimes, y'all. Tell your mind, no, today I will not be angry. I will not be resentful. I will not be hateful. You know what I mean? I choose to be in peace, love, you dig, upliftment, wisdom, abundance, power, all that. You know what I mean? Sound mind, all that, you dig? So, all praise, glory, and honor. It's been going down this morning, man. 4 or 5 convo. What time is it? It ain't. But all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High. We heard your brother Malaki, and all my Nazarene scene, faithists, brothers and sisters. You know, we just here to raise you up, not to dictate your resurrection, simply just to assist in it. If you need help, then you know we're here to help. That's all. Some of these priestly oils moving, y'all forgive me. You know what I mean? Get the currents flowing in this deal. You know, Marvelous Mac can't be smelling stale. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, good. I'll pray. Let's see y'all in the building. All right. Okay, bang, bang, bang. Am I going in and out, Ammo? I know the internet stuff is kind of weak around this deal. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I may be going in and out. Build and bless up and bring that down a little bit. I'm in the lab right now. Move some of these oils. Move some of this on out the way for y'all. All right. Sense of the day, baby. That's the Frank. It's the frankincense, pure oil, and that's the myrrh. Bean. These the ounce jars.
We got them all the way up to a gallon if you want them. You dig? So I keep it smelling good. Get her done. If we're gonna observe the thoughts and emotions, then that means we still have the DC sniper in the building. Bless up. Bless up. Kila Olam Kazdo, my beloved sister, the house of Troy. Shalom. Shalom. Dreadful Cosma, my brother YAH'KI. All right. NehemiYAH, big homie outside. What's the word, brother? Blessings. Don't forget to call me later. All right? Call your brother. Cornell Davis in the building. Shalom. Elder. What's the word, King? Irish Stevens, Texas in the house. Set apart living. City of Compton. Yeah. Y'all looking good today. I see y'all at Shael. Samaria Roel, another flow. That's a Floridian right there. My dirty South sister. Bless up. Love and light, love. Gorgeously designed. That's my sister from up north. She be getting on y'all nerves on social media, don't she? Sis be coming with it, though. Sis be coming with it. Blessings, queen. Blessings to you and your family. Bless up. To the young joker, what's good? All right, Sister MINISTRIES, my oldest sister. Bless up, MINISTRIES. Oh, bless up. Bezel the oil light, my beloved brother from the A. Bless up, King. MALAKIMAC in the building. I wonder if that's bronze yoke. No, the yoke will be on it. It may be him, I don't know. But abundant blessings to you regardless. Angelic in the building. I see y'all. Yeah, that's that 4 tribe static addict. NehemiYAH. Our family. SEAL team 144,000 in the building. Why this stuff ain't clicking all the way. Tillman and Judah, there he is. There he is. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. We in the building. We in the building. Bang, bang, bang. Sound like we all good. Yeah, that outsider was a series. Yeah, we had your happiness off of what others think, or to base your happiness off what might happen to you to live as a slave. He said, open up the windows of your soul and breathe the air of a free man. Huh? You dig? No matter what we going through, man. Y'all do know houses will be built again. It'll rain again. The wells will fill up again. Huh? Let out, light some candles. The sun will be back up again. Like, you really ain't got no problems. We make them more than focusing on that. We make our problems more of a reality. We heighten them more and more because that's what we focus on. You dig? It's easy for and worrying. Maybe you look back on everything you worried about, the worrying ain't do nothing for you. You be like, hey, what was I worrying about? You understand? You got to fight your mind, man. You got to fight your mind. You got to tell your mind, not today. Man, I'm not about to. I refuse to be afraid today. I refuse to be angry, hateful, vengeful. I choose to be in love and peace, happiness and joy. What's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Am I frozen? I got a bad internet. Say I got a. They say connection is unstable. I don't know. I don't know why. Hopefully we all good. Can y'all hear me? Give me a 9 if y'all. Give me a 9 if y'all can hear me. I might have to come back on later on. Give me a 9 if y'all can hear your brother. Can y'all hear me? Give me a 9 if y'all can hear me. I got one from Mariah. Oh. But yeah, you gotta fight your mind, man. Like, I know it's hard because we be like, that happened so naturally. I'm stressed. I'm depressed. Eyes ugly. All right, so let me do it like this then. Maybe y'all still can hear me without the just in case if it's freezing. If y'all still can hear me, then ain't no sense in me putting the visual on. I'm gonna just do the audio. But you got to fight your mind though. Your mind, you have to fight your mind. You have to. You can't stay in that place of doom and gloom, because guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna crash and burn. I heard that a lot, man. Ain't nobody strong as you. I'm like, bro, it ain't about me. Sister, it ain't about me. I'm saying you are so powerful that if you allow this to stay in your head rent free, you are going to crash and burn out here, man. So you gotta war against the fear. You gotta war against the anger, the hatred, the jealousy, the envy. You gotta war against that. You feel me? You gotta war against that. Only entertain wisdom, healing, love. Right? You gotta fight against lack. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm training myself to even if I'm in a situation where it ain't present at that time, I'm training myself not to even speak on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like it's all bad right now. No. I'm done talking like that. You see what I'm saying? Because these type of things, if you speak it, you think it. And if you think it, that impress on your subconscious. You know what I mean? Even if you joking with my broke ass, and here you come being broke. Like, no, stop all that. You know what I mean? We got to control our reality. And I know it's hard, you did, because it's easy. You got to control that, though, and choose to look at it the opposite way. All right, we was reading the Essene literature where he was saying, learn to view everything that befalls you through the eyes of the angels. Right? View it in wisdom and love, meaning there's always something to be learned from it, no matter how bad it is. You see? We got to be able to control that. Control them emotions. You understand? And as we go on, we get better and better. That's the whole point. As we go on, we get better and better, man. You dig? But choose this day to stand. About the, oh, woe is me. I'm just so sad and weak and sickly, and I ain't no good anyway. And no, that last I heard, no, it's all power in what we talking about. All in all. So there ain't nothing that can't be done. There ain't nothing, you can't be delivered from. You the creators with you. I refuse to punk out and live in fear and just worrying and nah, because that's your reality. Your reality is subpar, broken. You know what I mean? I'm broke. I'm sick. I'm tired. I'm ugly. I ain't no good. Look, stop all that. Look what you speaking on yourself. Look what you speaking on yourself. So watch. All right, so this part 2 that will be we was going over last time we went live. Let me present this. All right, this is part 2. All right. You see part 2, the discipline leads to divinity. Part 2, sky, earth, spirit. Tap in. All right. And we about spiritual progression on this channel. We about love. We about light. We about abundance. We about healing. Spiritual progression. We're not dealing with the stuff that keep you bound or to keep you, on an elementary kindergarten level. Sippy cup brew status. No. We not sippy cup brews over here. All right. We're going to challenge you to be better. All right. That's just it. I'm pretty sure I get on a lot of y'all nerves. Hell, I get on my own nerves at times. All right. But let's get into this. We're about to go into Sky, Earth, Spirit, our Speed Book of Divinity. All right. Now, you look right here at the end of chapter 3. It's going into the laws of the angels, or the laws of the gods and lords is what they come up with. And, the kingdoms in the heavens are formed and based off that. and the kingdoms on earth. You understand? So there's a difference between, even though they have permission to do this from the creator, there's still a difference between the creator, the higher law, and the laws that are put down by those who have the administration over the physical worlds. All right, so look at this. 3:29 says the 26th divine law for the same spirit was, he shall now serve 24 years in building and propelling heavenly boats. Look at that. Ever wonder what some of the stuff you're gonna be doing after you die? Huh? Dang, 24 years in the making, huh? And small ships. And the 27th divine law was similar, which was that he shall now travel 50 years in atmosphere and on the earth and on the oceans of the earth. This completed the primary education in the first resurrection. All right, so yes, their education continues after you cross over. Worlds and worlds, kingdoms and kingdoms, you understand, of the creator, and he has his high race sons and daughters administrating and running these worlds. And they and from there it's all the way down to what you call guardian angels. Existence, you understand, eventually there's still education that must happen because you still have to advance and grow. The creator never stopped creating. All right, I found that interesting. Chapter 4. And if whatever we read don't sit with you, it's all good, man. It ain't like, somebody forcing you to hear nothing. I know I don't even get on like that. I just thought I'd share some of this stuff with the fam. You know what I mean? Some of this stuff is very, very, very interesting. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We read about chariots in the scriptures, don't we? We read about chariots and all that, but we never ask ourselves how they get built, who built them. You're gonna be doing. You know what I mean? Some of the work you're gonna be doing is building the chariots that the sons and daughters of the creator travel in. Wow, that means you're gonna be coding all type of advanced, like stuff that's out of this world type. It's crazy. Now let's get back to it. Chapter 4. God said, now God is one of the sons of the creator, who the creator called to be in charge of the earth at a certain period of time. All right, God said, for the spirit of all right, right here he's called a Zarathustra because that was one of the oldest prophets, or one of the first prophets in the earth was Zarathustra. And he taught the same thing that a lot of the brothers and all them came with, that had the same light on them. He taught the exact same thing. All right, now look at this right here. It says right here, God said, for the spirit of a Zarathustra, for one who has faith in the creator, who has completed his primary education, what then? On which all the members spoke after that. All right. Div is not to be worshipped. God is not to be worshipped. Only the creator is acknowledged and worshiped. Right now, look at this. Look at this. After that, Div decreed, and this is after you die, what happens to your spirit, right? Look at this. He shall serve 200 years as an apprentice Louis. All right. So the spirit of after he done completed his primary education, all right, he done graduated. All right, so now he's into his secondary education. All right, so what's up next for him? Well, he got to serve 200 years as an apprentice Louis. A Louis is a spiritual geneticist. You know what I mean? They are the angels that are in charge with putting the inspiration on certain men and certain women to come together to have a happenstance. Your father got with your mother. Like what moved them to be in the same space at the same time and to be attracted to one another to go ahead and bring you forth. Right? There are ranks of angels called Louis who do this. All right. He shall serve 200 years as an apprentice Louis. He shall become proficient in the knowledge of procreation of mortals. So they basically like spiritual breeders. You know how you got some bros that's cold with the breeding the pit bulls, the dogs, and all that. You know what I mean? Well, there are angels that are cold at have certain types of offspring. All right. So it says he shall be, and this is after you've been promoted to, you know what I mean? You've been in the realm, you done completed your first, your primary education. Now you into your secondary education, right? You got to spend 200 years learning to become a spiritual geneticist, becoming proficient in the knowledge of the procreation of men and women. Dang, that's tight. That's what you doing in heaven? Dang, look at it. Learning to prophesy. Learning to prophesy what the offspring will be. Learning how the S, or the spirit of a living mortal, governs the flesh to do good or evil. How the S, or the spirit of a mortal, controls the sex and ultimate size, health, and strength of the offspring. You mean tell me your spirit decides that? And after you done crossed over and completed your primary education, the first step into your secondary education, the first 200 years, you got to become an apprentice spiritual geneticist and become proficient in the procreation of mortals. Dang. According to how the parents got together. You see that? Like there's angels that are in charge of inspiring men and women, specific men and women, to come together to have specific offspring. That's tight. You learn about the spirit of man, how the spirit of man controls the flesh of man. You see that? To do good or evil. Dang, look at that. Dang. Dang, you know that? When my ox said my mom and daddy hooked up one time and had you, and that was under divine inspiration. Huh? Look at this. All right, next verse. This stuff tight to me. Look at it. It says immortals, and he shall make a record of what he has under observation. And when those mortals have offspring born to them, when you have your children, he shall make a record of it. So DC Sniper, the 20 children you got, there's a record for all of them. And it probably an apprentice Louis is keeping record. Someone that's been in the realm well over 200 years. And he just got into his secondary education. Well, all 20 of your children are recorded. Oh man, look at this. Look at this here. Just say, okay. And when those mortals have offspring born to them, he shall make a record of it, and he shall observe the character of the birth and the foundation of the child, together with what conditions surrounded the mother of the child. The mother is very important. And he shall follow that child till it was grown up, and also married, and begotten a child or children, and so on to the 6th generation. This is the 28th divine law. So, you into your secondary education after you done crossed over and you done learned to become an apprentice Louis. You understand? Understand you assigned to a certain man and dang. Dang, look at this. What we gonna be doing in heaven? I mean, what it say? Look at this. Div decreed. Remember, Div is just is a title for God. God is a son of the creator. Goddess is a daughter of the creator. God and goddess, Lord and Lord. None of those are worth. That's all praise go to the creator. You understand? Those are your brothers and sisters who are one-time mortals living either on earth or another physical world, who have been raised up to assist you to come where they at. Because they got to keep rising too. Div decreed, after he has served 200 years, he shall be examined by his Lord or his Lord's deputy. And if proficient in prophesying to the 6th generation, he shall be entered as an Ashar, guardian angel. List of 412s for every moon change, but the 48 guardian angels or Ashars shall not be Ashars to more than 192 mortals, unless otherwise specially allotted by the Lord or God in dominion. So you got 48 Ashars or guardian angels responsible for 192 mortals. Over you. All right, there's at least 48 of them deals. All right, look at this. For 4 generations of 133 years, he shall serve as an ashar. Not letting them, however, know his presence, to accomplish which he shall begin with his proteges in their first infancy, remaining with them while they sleep, talking to the spirit of the mortal, teaching and persuading. This was the 29th divine law. So now you know. So now you know how your children are inspired. Guardian angels. You understand? For 4 generations of 133 years, he shall serve as an ashar, guardian angel, and he shall learn to have dominion over his mortal proteges. Huh? Because a guardian angel has to go on mortals, right? When you learn how to, you learn after you cross over into your secondary education, after your first 200 years, to have dominion over them, right? Night and day, but not letting them know, however, you know, your presence, right? To accomplish which he shall begin with his proteges, right? In their first infancy, when they first come out of that deal. Yeah, that's why you ever think children are so it seems like they just more closer to the spirit realm than us. You understand? Because you trip off since they were what? Infants. Remaining with them while they sleep, talking to the spirit of the mortal, teaching and persuading. This was the 29th divine law, Div decree. This stuff tight. All right. Look at this right here. Div decree. Having served a full term of ashar or guardian angel, he shall be entitled to the examination by his lord or deputy. Examination pertains to his students or his proteges. So you've been in a guardian angel. This is this is after you cross over hundreds of years in the realm and rising up in your education and all that. Because you ever heard of like, okay, what we gonna be doing in heaven? You dig? Like, will I ever see my loved ones again and all that? You dig? Like these type of questions get asked. All right, like what you gonna be doing in heaven? Just saying holy, holy all day, or all right. So having served a full term of guardian angel, he shall be entitled to examination by his lord or deputy. But now a new type of examination begins, which is that the examination pertains to his proteges as to what kind of fruit he has sent to heaven. The grade of his ascends, found that quite ironic, right? Newborn spirit in this book is called an ascend, being the standard. This was the 30th divine law. All right. 4 and 7. We in the book of Divinity, chapter 4, verse 7. Div decreed, having passed the examination as ashar, he should not be promoted as Asaph. Asaph is someone that's ranks of angels that receive your spirit once you cross over. They're called the Asaphs or the Asaphs. See that? See, watching you and your children all the way down to the 6th generation. Those are the guardian angels or ashars. But once you cross over, right, your guardian angel takes your spirit to what's called another angel called an Asaph, the receiver of spirits. And they place you where you're supposed to be. Wait, look at this right here. It says right here, Div decreed, having passed the examination as ashar, guardian angel, he shall now be promoted as Asaph, where he shall serve 66 years. Here again, his examination shall be not of himself, but of the harvest of his department. This was the 31st divine law. Yeah, so this ain't, you get to a point to where it's all about the fruit you produce. You understand? Because what good is it that you done raised up in all this wisdom and knowledge, but you can't. Look at this, verse 8. What's up? What? Daddy, baby. You all good, girl? Mm-hmm. You sure? Uh-huh. All right, go up there and check on some little jokes for me. Here I come.
Has he already worked?
All right, verse 8. Div decreed, his examination being complete, he shall now receive emancipation from all preceding departments. You ain't bound. All right, you done went through your education. You even done had passed your tests, your examinations. Div decreed examination being completed shall not receive emancipation from all preceding departments and decrees. All right. To the rules of the kindergarten teacher or that classroom. You into another, you've raised up in grade or rised in grade. You feel me? And you go on to more advanced education. You see, so it's just like in school, you know what I mean? Once you graduate from the 4th grade, you're no longer bound by the rule. See what I'm saying? So it's the same thing in spirit as you would raise on up, right? Everything that you passed, everything that you've learned and passed the test on, you no longer bound to that. That's for those who are still in that. You know what I mean? It says, he shall not receive emancipation from all preceding departments and decrees, and he shall have his choice in all places he has passed, unless otherwise specially detailed by his Lord or God of his division. This was the 32nd divine law. So like, look, he got emancipation. You know what I mean? Unless the Lord or God of his division let him know, like, look, I got something for you to do. All right. All right. Look at this. 4:9. Book of Divinity, chapter 4, verse 9. He shall now be entitled to enter the chapter of the primary soul. His first lesson shall be in color. About to learn about sound waves, colors. The physical aspect of them, and of course the spiritual aspect. First beginning with gray, of not more than 3 combinations. And when he has mastered these, he shall have 4, then 5, then 10, then 100, and so on until when any combination of colors is placed before him, he can instantly perceive every color, shade, and tint, and the apparent velocity of light and its force emanate. That's how advanced you become. 3 at a time, 4, right? 5, 10, 100, and so on. Until you get to the point to where any combination of colors are placed before you, you can automatically let them know the color, shade, tint, the apparent velocity of light, and the force emanating from it. That's some high raised, you know what I mean, high vibrational. That's a high vibrational skill right there. There are angels who are raising up, in the grades, being educated. They become highly advanced, highly skilled, trained angels, and different titles get placed on them as they continue to, rise up in the ranks. See that? That's tight. When somebody asks you what you gonna be doing in heaven, now you got something you can tell them. Hey, look, I'm gonna be learning about colors and sounds, the physical aspect of them and the spiritual aspect of them. And I'm gonna be learning every combination from 3, 4, 5, 10, 100, and so on, to where any combination of colors can be placed before me. I'll be able to take you the color, the shade, the tint by looking at it. Y'all see that? That's a whole system in order set up. All right? It's a whole system in order set up. You dig? I thought that was pretty amazing. Yeah, I got some type of jacked up internet signal right now, y'all. I'm just trying to get through it. Hopefully y'all can still hear it. All right, so now look, so now you understand there as you grow and advance more and more after you die in the unseen realm, you rise up and become more skilled, more advanced, more trained. All right. Look at this. Book of Divinity, chapter 4, verse. Creating color by sounds. So you're gonna learn to what? Create colors and combine them through sound waves. Look at that. And sounds by colors, both in corporate and S, or both in physical and spiritual. His teachers shall make explosions with light and explosions without light. And by using only his eye and ear, he shall be able to determine the elements by which the explosions were made. Just by looking and hearing it. You'll be able to tell the elements that was used to make the explosions, whether they with light or without light, just by looking and hearing, looking at it and hearing. Becoming more and more advanced. And as you grow more and more magnificent, dude. Look at that. What we gonna be doing in heaven? Or what happens after we die? Will I ever see my loved ones? These are all questions that we've all have had. And if you ask somebody chapter and verse, what happens in the heavens? Like, I understand, even if you're saying that heaven come to earth, what's up? That's cool. What are we going to be doing there? The chapter and verse, Bible, Quran, or whatever, any of the Kemetic text, whatever. You know what I mean? Any text, or any text that do they have a system in order? Can you go read about a system in order? Have a trip off that. All right. Look at this. So just by looking and hearing the combination of colors that were created by sound and the explosions made, you'll be able to look at that and listen to it and be able to tell what elements were used in the explosion. That's some high-tech, that's some very advanced, like, understanding right there. And don't forget, they call us all. They're like, look, we were just like y'all one time, limited. 4:11, Book of Divinity 4:11, Day of Decree, he shall go far away from the explosions. And when the waves come to him, even though he does not hear the explosion, he shall be able to determine by the waves. By the sound waves. He remind you, at first it was he should be able to look at it and hear it to tell the difference. Now he gonna go forward. He didn't even hear it, but he felt the vibration up off of it. And when the waves come to him, even though he does not hear the explosion, he was made. And whether in light or darkness, and if in light, what colors were manifested. This was the 35th divine law. Look at that, y'all. Yeah. It's education and it's work to do in the heavenly kingdoms. All for you. Day of Decree. He should not receive instruction in the sounds of conversation. First, his teacher shall cause him to hear 2 people conversing at the same time, missing nothing that is said. Then 3, then 4, then 5, then 10, then 100. Number in this department. This was the 36th divine law. Do y'all hear this? When you get to this level, you'll be able to understand and hear thousands of people or 1,000 people conversing at one time, missing nothing that was said. Wow. Marvelous, y'all. It's truly marvelous. Verse 13. Day of Decree. He shall now analyze the waves of voice, in which he cannot hear the sounds. His teacher shall station him in a certain place. You got teachers after you cross over. His teacher shall station him in a certain place and cause him to read the waves of light and sound that come to him, so that he knows not only the words spoken, but the kind of person speaking or singing. This was the 37th divine law. Now you analyzing the waves of and even though you can't hear or you're not physically there to hear someone speak, you can tell the difference. You know what I mean? Not only are the words spoken, but the kind of person. Oh yeah, that's little Willie over there talking like that. That's short Willie from around the corner that work on cars. Oh boy with the nub. Speaking or singing. This was the 37th divine law. Day of Decree. This teacher should now cause him to read the waves of light. Dang. So when you hear brothers talk about the electromagnetic spectrum and all that, this is clearing all that up. Yeah. What do you think the waves of color and the waves of sound and the waves of the voice and the waves of light are? What do you think that spectrum? nanometers and all that. You dig? And you vibrate outside the what is it, visible light, then you got the unseen realm. You see? So this is letting it be known when you keep reading about the waves of this and the waves of that, y'all. This is the electromagnetic spectrum. You understand? And look, and that's how everything vibrates, whether it's visible light or light that you can't see, whether it's this realm or the realms you can't see. Div decreed, his teacher shall now cause him to read the waves of light and sound emanating from two persons. Dang. Talking at the same time, whom he cannot hear. He shall read the waves in the same way for three persons, then 4, then 8, then 100, even 1,000. This was the 38th divine law. Dang. Yeah, so you know, when you be looking at movies like X-Men and all that, and you know what I mean? Or you watch movies like X-Men or the Avengers and all that, y'all. All that is look what you seeing happening, Guardians of the Galaxy, X-Men, the Avengers. You dig? You like, dang, that's tight. Listen to me, that's kindergarten. That's kindergarten. You get into this, you be Malaki, do you got a link to the book? Yeah. I got a link. YAH'KI, absolutely. You know what I mean? I just found this quite interesting. Like, okay, so this is what's happening. And then in future broadcasts we'll get into judgment, because there is judgment. There is judgment, you know what I mean? For those that's out here just harming and murdering and the slave master, yeah, there is judgment, Jack. Don't get it twisted. You dig? But this is about those, what we're reading right now, about those who crossed over and who had faith in the Most High, right? Their education and their path, you understand, to experience the higher heavens is not the same as someone, say, Hitler, the Queen of England, Mao Tse-tung, slave master, Europe and all that. Like, they got a lot to answer for, man. You know what I mean? They got a lot to answer for. So there is judgment. This, what we going over today, is about those who cross over, who died believing. And so the Creator has a whole system set up for you. Education, you dig? Working, you dig? You learn to build spaceships and chariots. And man, it's tight. It's tight. So yeah, I got a link. I make sure you get it. I make sure you get it. All right, this right here. Okay, Book of Divinity, chapter 4, verse 15. Div decreed, then he shall be taken near a battlefield where mortals are in deadly conflict, and he shall be stationed far enough away so he does not hear the sounds. But when he shall read them and know the number of the men in battle, the kind of weapons in use, and the cause of contention. This was the 39th divine law. Like, look how advanced you be coming after you cross over. You know what I mean? You got teachers and all that. You an apprentice. You being taken to like the battlefields where you can't even see what's going on. You can just hear the sound waves and determine the number of men that are in battle, the weapons they're using, and the you see, and these same spirits call us their brothers and sisters. Div decreed, he shall now be promoted to be a messenger between lords and between lords and gods. This was the 40th divine law. Shout out to the swift messengers. Shout out to the our beloved sister Beneath. Look at this. For 100 years he shall serve as messenger, and at the end of that time, his lords and gods shall render his record. That's your report card, and promote him to marshal. Decrees and department shall open these latter to him, to choose whatever department he desires, except on such time and occasion as speedily required by his Lord of God. This was the 41st divine law. So it's like, look, you done made it all the way up to a marshal after several hundred years in the realm. You understand? Everything that you've passed, you do have the liberty. Town you know learn college or whatever you want to do, you dig, unless called on by the Lord of God. All right, look at this. Did decree for 200 years he shall serve as marshal, and under as many as 40 lords and gods, and in as many as 20 heavenly kingdoms. This was the 42nd divine law. Did decree he shall now be promoted Lord. And remember, Lord is one of the lowest ranking titles. Realm, you dig, to now you be promoted to Lord. He shall now be promoted Lord and have dominion over a city or a nation of mortals, and over the spirits belonging to that city or nation. This was the 43rd divine law. So Lord is something, is a title that you get raised up to if you choose. You see? Lord. But Lord, you got God, Lord God, got dominion over mortals and over the spirits belonging to that city or nation. You see? You finally get promoted to Lord. So you got first or primary education and then secondary education. And the whole system set up for you. All right, if y'all get some understanding so far, give me a Yahoo up in the chat. Bless up. Chapter 5, baby. Chapter 5. We about to eat a little taste. I mean, like, that was very, very amazing to me. I had to keep it real. It was like, dang, that's tight. Right? It's like, other than that, it's just like to create, like, you just go to sleep and wake up one day or whatever. But it's like, no, even if you don't believe what we reading it, but at least saying, if you listening, you know, you like, hey, that's tight. That's tight. Okay, okay. Because I've always wondered, what are we going to be doing in heaven? Whether you talking about heaven on earth or in my Father's house of many mansions or the heavens. Like, what is there for it? What are we going to be doing? We read like Revelations, the angels just say holy all day. Specifically, what are we going to be doing? Still, right? Becoming advanced, highly skilled. That's tight. I don't know about y'all. That's tight to me. You know, that's tight. Dang. All right. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me go ahead and settle down the crumb snatchers real quick. Give me a second. Mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me? Can I be heard? Can I be heard? All praise and glory now to the Most High. The ever present, the all in all, the always was, is, and never shall be, the mighty YAHWH. I salute you all in the name of the Most High Creator, the Great Spirit. Let's work. Let's work. Okay, so now we're in the book of Divinity, chapter 5. All right. Any question? What are we gonna do once we cross over? Well, you know what I mean? Lost a lot of loved ones, man. And you ever wonder, like, you know what I mean? Because like we told coming up in the Israelite understanding that former things are passed away There will be no more tears. In essence, you won't remember your loved ones because can't no sadness come in, and so you're not gonna remember. So it's like, dang, so we ain't gonna remember. Like I ain't gonna remember like none of my people at all. Do I get to see them? Do I get to hug them? Like what's going on? You know, like all these are questions that I always ask, man. You dig? And everybody know we got them questions. What are we gonna do in heaven? Whether you talking about heaven on earth or the heavens, period. All right. Once we get there, what are we gonna be doing? You dig? And it's chapter and verse. You know, other than that, we just gotta, you know, we'll be guessing and all that. But I'm saying, like, what we read and heard is like it's hitting on all cylinders for me. Now, just because the potato salad tastes good to me, don't mean it's gonna taste good to you, Jack. You know what I mean? And I ain't got firing on all cylinders with my spirit. I'm like, dang, that's tight. I never even knew that. That's tight. That's something to trip off of. Like, oh, okay. So it keeps going. It keeps going. Oh, okay. I can dig that. I can get jiggy with that. Dang. You dig? It just makes most sense. That's it. You dig? All right, chapter 5. Now look at this. I found this very, very interesting. God have faith in the Creator. Huh? What then? This was very, very powerful when I read that. What then? All the members spoke, and then Div decreed, because he did not accept the Zarathustrian law, or, you know, the ways of the Most High. All right, the ways of the Creator. While mortal, he is unsuitable for the highest exalted places of the light. See, the highest exalted places of the light are the emancipated heavens. All right, those are the higher heavens in my Father's house. If you don't have belief in the Creator, you're unsuitable for the highest exalted places of the light. For all official preference shall be to the Zarathustrian, or those who believe in the Great Spirit. This was the 44th divine law. And those didn't say his nuts was gonna roast forever. It's just he's somebody that didn't, you know, the Zarathustrian way, or the way of the Creator. While he was living, it just say he won't be able to, he's unsuitable for the highest heavens, the highest exalted places of the light. Look at this. Div decree regarding that same spirit, the one who didn't, you know, die being a faithist, or someone who has full faith in the Creator. Div decree regarding that same spirit, one who had not been a faithist, or had been, you know, run to the Lord head, nor to the Godhead. You won't be trained up as a Lord or a God. You did. Hold on for 1 second. Spirit, one who had not been a faithist, or one who had not had faith in the Creator. His education shall not run to the Lord head, nor to the Godhead. He shall not be a column in the Father's building, nor one of the archstones of great strength, but he shall stand as a plain brick in the wall. This was the 45th divine law. It's like, look, he'll never be raised to forever either. All right, this was the 45th divine law. Div said, I am not created God to merely serve my time and nothing more. I am to look far ahead as to who shall be lords and gods over the earth and atmosphere. You understand? So again, God at this time is a son of the Creator, who the Creator called to administrate, to administer, to control the affairs of the heavens and the earth. And he's saying, like, look, it ain't just my job to just abide my time and leave. This thing got to be well plotted out down the line for those who going to come up behind me. Look at this. They have propounded. What then shall be the course of a spirit who was not of faith, or who didn't believe in the great spirit, the Most High? And this was made the 46th divine law. He shall be delivered. He shall be delivered. Talking about the one that died, that did who receive the spirits after you die, who shall enter him in the nurseries as an Essene, or as a newborn spirit. So, like, there are nurseries when you first born into the flesh, right? When someone dies without faith in the Creator, and the spirit is received by the Asaphs, he's entered into the nurseries as a newborn spirit, Essene, where he shall remain 6 years, learning the elementary power. That's it. Look at this. They have decreed the 47 divine law. The same spirit shall then be apprenticed in manufacturing and general labor, or he shall serve 12 years, unless previously instructed in these things while mortal. They have decreed the 48th divine instruments. And this is the cat that didn't even believe. So there ain't no point in us, arguing with atheists and all them. You dig? It's a system for them too. But they only gonna get so high. That's the point. You know what I mean? They chestnuts don't roast forever. You to witness the emancipated heavens of the Creator, not atmosphere. The heavens bound to the earth and hell. Talking about outside of all that, past the moon and all that. In order for you to experience all that, you understand, you got to come to acknowledge and profess the Most High, the Creator. But if not, all right, you atheist. All right, well, this is what you're gonna be learning. You still gonna learn. He shall now enter school and learn surveying from earth, their altitude and density. He shall learn exploration and enumeration in both physical and spiritual, the building of P-Mazars. So he learned the building of spaceships too, and Otivans, the fire ships, the P-Mazars and Otivans, the constructing of aeroships, and all other vessels used in the heavens to carry things from place to place. And he shall serve 30 years in these things. It's for the atheists. You still got work to do. Look at this. They have decreed the 49th divine law. He shall now be promoted to restoring, nursing, and caring for the drudges. The drudges are the who as demons, the unclean spirits. Guess what? He got to learn how to restore them and nurse them back to health. You understand? Get that door in that, skilled in delivering the hell, skilled in, arresting these drudges and subduing that chaotic spirit they have on. Yep. The Creator has a system in order for everything, man. It's crazy. He shall now be promoted to restoring, nursing, and caring for the drudges who are being rescued by the captains, generals, and lords, in which service he shall work 30 years. But in both the 48th and 49th divine law, it was afterward decreed, whatever service he did in these areas while he was living in mortal life shall stand twofold to his credit and spirit. So there you go. What you real good at right now, you understand? What you doing as a skill, you cross over. You understand? Because more than likely you're going to be doing that too. Dang. So that means the skills you have don't die with you. Huh? You see, the skills that you have do not die with you. You're going to use them skills in the unseen realm. See that? Look at this. They have decreed, if he now acknowledges and practices faith in the great spirit, Yahuwah, he shall be promoted to the college of creation. I wonder what that's about. That's tight. Huh? We get to go to the university, the college of creation. All this training, and you profess faith in the Creator, Yahuwah, Yahweh, Yahweh, he shall be promoted to the college of creation. After this, he shall be taught to sergeants, flowers, trees, and clothes, and take elementary lessons in music and expression, in which branches he shall serve 50 years. To examination, he got to pass his test, right? And if he can withstand the third grade, you see, you take that light. So turning that light up, because as you rise higher and higher, you understand, you shine brighter and brighter. He shall be ranked. And if he can withstand the third grade of light, he shall be ranked bridegroom of Om. This was the 50th divine law. The 51st thus provides. If he does not yet comprehend faith in the all person or the creator, he shall be granted freedom to all the places where he has served. And he shall be emancipated from all lords and gods, and from all labor and education, and honorably discharged. Nor shall the lords or gods take any more notice of him, other than due respect and honor. You see, so if he still, after all this learning, still don't want to acknowledge the creator, then like, look, he honorably discharged. That's it. It's like the army. And look, you'll go visit every place where you go choose what you want to do. That's what's up. You see that? And then we're not supposed to take any more notice of him. And when you do see him, give him his respect and honor, because he didn't rose up through the grades. Player, go do what you do. Look at it. Regarding this, Div, son of all lights, spoke, saying, this also shall be part and parcel of the divine law, which is to say, from the latter class rise the false gods and false lords. So old boy who don't want to profess in the Most High, the Great Spirit, after going through all this education and raising up, that's usually where the false gods and lords come from. The skeptics. Skeptics. Now, I don't want to be no skeptic. I want to be in the college of creation. What you mean? That's cold. You mean? Look at it. Who often set up kingdoms of their own in atmosphere. They should not rise above the second resurrection. It's the emancipated heavens, the highest exalted places of the light. To get there, that's for those who got faith in the Great Spirit. You be an atheist and won't rise no higher than the second resurrection. You know, and you more than likely, after you get bored, you're going to try to set up your own kingdom, and that's going to fall too. So eventually, you got to profess the Great Spirit or the Most High, because you're going to keep hitting your head. You're going to keep shooting yourself in the foot. You can't go further than the second resurrection. Dang. Look at this. The voice of Yahuwah came to God, saying, see, is a difference between the Most High Yahweh and God. The voice of Yah. Mortals cannot find courage to kill serpents. Without false gods and false lords, the lowest drudges would never be put to work. Those who cannot be raised by persuasion may be aroused by less scrupulous masters who make slaves of them. Created like, look, either you acknowledge me by yourself, or guess what? Guess what? After enough pressure is on you, guess what you're going to do? I can't get jiggy with this. And guess what you're going to have to do? Acknowledge the creator. You see, he ain't got to twist your arm behind your back. He ain't got to threaten you with your nuts roasting forever. Nah, once you finally realize what I thought I knew, I didn't know. What I thought I knew, I didn't know. Once you realize that, and realize the only way to get to the highest heavens and witness the exalted highest places of the light is to believe in the all person, the creator, the all in all, the Most High, Yahuwah, Yahweh. Why wouldn't you? You dig? Without him, none have risen. If y'all get some understanding so far, give me a 5 up in the chat. Bless up, bless up, bless up. You know what I mean? All good, all good, all good, all good. Book of Divinity, chapter 6. Can't force nobody to receive nothing, Jack. Either makes sense or it don't. Don't. Okay. Let's get more into this. All right. Chapter 6. In the 12th moon of the Diva, the voice of Yahuwah came to the Div, or came to God, saying, so that my lords and my gods may not err, you shall make known or promulgate the foundation of the divine law. God perceived, and in the name of Div, he decreed. Now, for y'all that don't know, Diva in her is the name of it's like a spiritual congress in the heavens. The chief over the Diva, or a son, one of many sons of the Creator. You know what I mean? So the Creator told them to form an organic body and make laws like that. You understand? And use them laws to govern the first and second resurrections, or the kingdoms in heaven and the kingdoms on earth. You see? So in time to come, you may be called on by the Creator to for all the inhabitants of that world and the spirits who have crossed over. Dig? God, being God is not an easy task. All right. So that's what we say when we saying peace to the God and peace to the goddesses. We ain't talking about worshiping no gods or goddesses or none of that. We're saying if you choose to be in time to come, you may just be that. You may just be a Lord or a God called on by the Creator to do a work. You know what I mean? To raise up others. All right. And in the name of Divinity decreed, hear me, O gods and lords. This is the foundation of divine law, the decrees of God and his lords, his Lord gods, his gods and his lords, not singly, but by all members, and ratified by the council of Diva under Div, son of all light. That is to say, a kingdom in heaven arises or falls by divine law. The virtuous are rewarded and exalted by divine law. The wicked are cast into trials by divine law. But this is not divine law, man to be created and live. Exactly. You see, that's Creator. Creator did all that, right? He has angels or gods and goddesses and lords that he may come together to, form laws as they administer and deal with this physical world called Earth. There's many physical worlds. All right. So there are laws that govern governments of men in the heavens and the earth. Those are called laws of the sons and daughters of the Most High to govern physical worlds. And then there are laws of the Creator. The Creator is the one that, created man to live. All right. But this is not divine law. Man to be created and live, to live a time on earth, then die and enter heaven. These are done by the ever presence, the all light, the Creator, and not by the Diva or the Congress of angels that form laws that govern mortal worlds. That's what a Diva is. It's a body, mortal worlds, and the realm of the unseen around those worlds. Okay, look at this. This is divine law, namely to assist man out of darkness into light, right? To give security to the helpless, to raise the souls of men to everlasting light, to minister to the needy, to deliver those who are in pain, to teach man to stop laboring for himself, to teach him to labor for others. That's what we're here to do. Whatever you heard is wicked. What's so evil about what we read? But this is not divine law for seed to grow. Done by the ever-living presence, the all-master, the Creator. So by the virtue and presence of the Creator, certain things happen. You understand? Whether it's man on earth being fruitful and multiplying, whether it's a spider weaving its web, these are done by my everlasting presence. You understand? 1 second. Oh, wait. All right, here we go right here. Verse 7. for their ultimate resurrection, to lay the foundation for harmony in community, to gather together the inharmonious and put them in tune. Huh? Ooh-wee. But this is not divine law, to provide the earth with life or to hold it in its place, to build the place of the higher or lower heavens, to and shaped and molded by his hand through the chiefs of the higher heavens. That's cold. Do y'all hear this? The chiefs of the higher heavens, Nirvanian chiefs. And man, look, stop. What are we reading her? Look at this. Wow. This is divine law, to bring man and woman together in marriage. Yeah. Why is the divine law? To give desire for marriage or desire from marriage. These are from the all person, the master of life. So it's just showing you that there are laws that the body, the politic body of angels come up with to govern the affairs of the heavens and the earth. You dig? And then there are laws that you would call, they call it natural law sometime today. That it's just what it is. You understand? It's just is what it is. All right. This is divine law. When a man walks along, to take him by the hand and bend him to the right or left. But since Jehovah, the Almighty, a carpenter builds a house, but he did not build the logs or the stone. Y'all heard this? A carpenter builds a house, but he did not build the logs or the stone. So that's the difference. All right. The logs and the stone were created by the creator. The carpenter took the material and built the house. Same with the difference between the divine laws and the laws of the creator. All right. The divine laws, they would be more of the carpenter. The ever presence of the creator is him, because he built the logs and the stone. He the one that produced them. Look at this. It says right here, the diva builds kingdoms in heaven and kingdoms on earth and shapes them for usefulness and beauty. And when they are old and out of sorts, the diva abandons them and they fall to pieces. Nevertheless, the creator provided and provides the wherewithal for the whole. Div decreed. This also you shall promulgate or make known in heaven and earth, lest angels and mortals worship Div or God and Diva, the body of angels. All right, lest angels and mortals worship Div and Diva, or God and his politic body. For though the Diva appoint mortal kings, yet mortals shall not worship Div. Mortals shall not worship God. Y'all see this? Righteous works unto others. That's how. You don't worship an angel. You don't worship God. You don't worship a goddess. You don't worship a lord or a lordess. Right? All glory, honor, and praise to the Creator, who have these things done by the presence of his person, by the presence of his spirit. It gets done. Y'all getting some understanding? We cooking up in here now, baby. Y'all getting some understanding? Give me a ding. All right, hopefully everybody can see him. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Bing, bing, bang. Chapter 7, Divinity. Chapter 7, Divinity. Now, let me see if y'all can hear. Yes, sir. We all good. So I'm going in and out. Do y'all hear me now? Do y'all hear me now? Do y'all hear me now? If y'all can hear me, give me a Yahoo up in the chat. Redo this, y'all. That's crazy. Let's see if I can hear my phone. I might have to redo this. Bing, 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 bing. All loud and clear. I can be heard. I don't know what's going on around this deal. Make sure I can be heard up in this deal, baby. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, y'all can hear me. Give me a little taste. All right, we in Divinity, the book of Divinity, chapter 7. Some amazing stuff here. God decreed. The divine law should be the higher law. You should give mortals a law copied from it. And the mortal law should be called the lower law. So there is a higher Torah and there is a lower Torah. All right? It is what it is. One of the members of Diva said, if a mortal judge is judging between certain men, by which law shall he judge? On this matter, the member spoke at great length. And did what God decreed. He can discern the higher law only dimly, but the lower law can he read plainly in a book. He shall therefore judge by the lower. For the priest of the faithists, or the priest of those who believe in the Creator, Zarathustrians, who have carried the alms bowl and live pure in all things, being celibate, serving the Creator, or YHWH'S, only going about doing good. They have the higher law, the divine law within their hearts. They shall judge by it. Nevertheless, trouble does not come. Time shall come when the judge shall not interpret according to the higher law. He will strive to hide justice in a corner, using words to conceal his own perversity. Sound like Black's Law Dictionary. Yeah, that's Black's Law Dictionary. The time shall come when the judge shall not interpret according to the higher law. He will strive to hide justice in a corner, using words to conceal his own perversity. It is by such men and angels that heaven and earth will be blighted and coming on the earth, and since words themselves perish and are supplemented by new words, the time shall come when the higher law will fall like a house on sand. For there are no words that are everlasting or that are understood by all men alike. Words themselves are only like husks that surround the corn. Men in darkness quibble on the husks, but do not discern the fruit within. That just shut down all that language talk. That just shut down all that language talk. That destroyed all that language. What's the original language in the language? The language. What language was it written in? Look at this. This is Book of Divinity, chapter 7, verse 5. For as through Zarathustra, God's word has been established on the earth. And since words themselves perish and are supplemented, will fall like a house on sand. For there are no words that are everlasting, or that are understood by all men alike. Exactly. Words themselves are only like husks that surround the corn. That green stuff that surround the corn, that's what words are. Got to peel it out before you get to the corn. Men in darkness quibble or fight on the husk, but do not discern the fruit within. And words are like the green flap that surround the corn. You know what men in darkness do? Argue over words and languages, and ain't even tripping off the corn that it surrounds. That's you supposed to trip off the fruit, because the fruit is what's beneficial for you, not the husk. You see this? Look at this right here. That just smashed that whole language argument. Jehovah spoke to Div, or Yahweh spoke to God, saying, "Must also build. Otherwise, the art of building would perish. It is better for the building to perish than the art of building. I created all men to labor and to learn." Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? I created all men to labor and to learn. language melts away. The language makers, being my lords and guardian angels, have constant employment of the light. Wow. Wow. Men to labor, Book of Divinity, chapter 7, verse 6. I created all men to labor and to learn. Should my gods and angels require less? Because language melts away the language makers, being my lords and ashores, have constant employment of the light. Language perishes, right? It melts away the language makers. And if that's the case, in the end, it's their inspiration coming straight from the creator. You understand? That's moving. All right. Not because you know the Hebrew. Well, because you may know Medu Netcher or whatever. All right. Book of Divinity 7 and 7. Look at this. How about this? Foolish men chase a language that is dead. Look at this. God said, foolish men chase a language that is dead and molded away. But the wise seek language to express the spirit of things. The latter is under the divine law. The wise seek language to express the spirit of things. The latter, the wise, is under the foolish men chase a language that is dead, molded away, bound as a drug or a dark spirit. And so you shall be circumspect regarding words and language, because mortal judges who judge by the lower law are bound in words. Ooh, man, when I read this, y'all, I was like, that's that whole, that's that legalese. That's that. All that. Dang. Yeah, they bound by that, man. Look at this. Copies of these divine laws were given to mortals through the lords and the shores, either by inspiration. You ever wonder how mortals receive, or mankind receives, what we call spiritual writings and all that? You got to come through some type of inspiration, don't it? Inspiration, or by words spoken in Sargisha and in Japheth, that's Asia, China, Shem, and Arabania, which is Northeast Africa. Mortal kings decreed mortal laws and revelations based on the divine. 8,000 years ago when all this happened. Look at this. And that's why you think it's so much similar understanding. Or so many, certain laws are the same in different cultures. You dig? Look at this right here. Book of Divinity 7 and 9. God propounded a man and woman in mortal life were as drugs, being filthy, idle, and begging from day to day. And yet they had many children born to them. And the children were like the parents, lazy and worthless, being beggars also. Now, in the course of time, the man and woman die. And later, the children die also. And none of them are yet entered into the first resurrection in heaven. Still, what about that lazy, begging spirit? And they had a whole bunch of children that guess what? Are lazy, worthless, and are begging as well. What's up with them spirits? See, ain't that cold how their system in order for everything that comes from Creator? In order for you to get back to them, no matter how far off you are, their system in order to get you back right. Look at this. It says they be dwelling in their old houses or their old hangouts. Yeah. But those be spirits of one-time mortals who are lazy, procrastinators. And a lot of those things hang around in them old houses, man. Them old hangouts. See that? Look at this right here. The Lord's all spoke on this subject, and after that, God decreed, such spirits shall be reported by the guardian angels to the Lord, and the Lord shall Detain these cats and bring them away from the earth and place them into a colony for such spirits. So he has a colony for lazy spirits. This was called divine act, the first. So you got divine laws and then you got divine acts. Yeah, or Ghostbusters. I've been watching the Ghostbusters, the new Ghostbusters that came out. Look at this. Act the second. Such drudges shall be clothed and fed for 30 days. These lazy spirits, who parents were lazy and all that, and worthless, they shall be clothed and fed for 30 days in that colony they came to. If by this time they be removed into another region where food can be obtained only by exertion, only by working. Oh, yeah, you're going to get that lazy spirit up off of you. After 30 days, look, you just been fed, you just been clothed, you even been removed from around or where you was in your old hangouts and put into a colony to get you better. It's almost like a 12-step program. And after 30 days, if you still don't got no inclination to labor, then you're going to be removed. Yeah, the best teacher's experience. All right. Act the third. This law shall apply also to mortals. They shall be inspired through the guardian angels to migrate to cold and unproductive regions. God said, you have planned wisely in this, O Yahuwah. For all your places in heaven and earth shall be subdued and made to glorify you. System in order for all of it. System in order for all of it, man. I'll say the next, well, not the next one. I'm doing something tomorrow. The next one after that, then, yeah, we're going to get into like, all right, well, what a judgment at? Like, is there a hell? You know what I mean? How is it delivered? Who goes there? All right. We'll deal with that. Would you say 600-pound life? Yeah. All praise. All right, chapter 8. Chapter 81, Book of Divinity. The Diva met 3 times every year in Meru and enacted many acts like those previously related. And there were so many that all the spirits in heaven and mortals on the earth were forced. Predestination, huh? Predestination, huh? Dang, look at this. And heaven and earth became as one country with one king who was God, and his word ruled over all. The Lord's kingdoms prospered, as did the kingdoms of the sub-gods and the sub-goddesses. See, so the sisters are involved in this too. Never before on earth. Ceremonies, recreations, games, and pageantry on earth and in heaven. So great that one could write 1,000 books describing them and yet not have told a tenth of it, y'all. So this is talking about a time in the heavens and in the earth, y'all. Look, 8, 9, 10,000 years ago. You understand? Everything was in harmony. And of course, false gods start rising up. As we keep reading the story, you see it. Dang, hold on, dude. He tripping. What's going on? All right. Book of Divinity, chapter 8, verse 3. So after God had reigned 190 years, he descended from his heavenly place and traveled about through all of the Lord's dominions and the sub-gods' dominions and the works he had done. And in all the heavenly places, great rejoicing arose because God came there. And remember, God is a one-time man. This is not the creator. God is a son of the creator, a one-time man who raised up to the title of God, you know what I mean, after he crossed over from his physical life. And he's called on by the creator to manage this world. It's that simple. All right. So it's the singers made and sang hymns of rejoicing. The trumpeters and the harpers proclaimed the glory of Yahuwah's presence. So God had the people counted for the gods of the ethereal worlds who were to, and those are your brothers and sisters too, all sons and daughters who are the sin receivers in the time of Dan, or time of light, for the great resurrection. And the number of brides and bridegrooms to Yahuwah would be 16 billion. Dang. That's double what's on the earth right now, ain't it? Dang. After that, God directed his fire ship to run close to the earth. Of earth to the north. To the south, north, east, and west. And now his soul cried out with great sorrow. The great peoples of the earth were turning into celibates. Dang. Dang. Look at this. And the voice of Yahuwah came to him saying, God, my son, Hoab. So the name of this God is Hoab. This is one of the creator's sons. And the voice of Yahuwah came to him saying, God, my son, Hoab, why do you sorrow? And God answered, are not subdued. The wilderness is filled with beasts of prey. The faith is those who believe in the creator. The Zarathustrians are running into the same line as the Ions. They kill nothing. They live for the soul only. And since they have learned the bondage of the lower heavens, they will not marry and beget offspring. Like, look, it's some faith that's on the earth that are not being fruitful and multiplying. They like, look, we good. We good. We only tripping off spiritual things. But see, in the time we in now, it's called the time of cosmon. It's balance. As much spiritual enlightenment you getting, you need to be getting corporeal enlightenment as well. You see what I'm saying? Spiritual and no physical. It's balance where you at now. All right. You got to cultivate both your spirit and your physical. All right. Look at this right here. Hold on one second. Oh, wait. Book of Divinity, chapter 8, verse 8. Again, Yahuwah spoke to God, saying, see, there's a difference. Do not call down years. Behold, I will bring the earth into Dan, or light, and you should bring your harvest into my emancipated worlds. So God sorrowed no more, and on his return to Meru, and in the next meeting of the Diva, he propounded, if a husband and a wife have a child born to them, they both being faithless, or they both having belief in the Most High, God decreed they shall have rites and ceremonies, so that the guardian angels of the order of Zarathustra may be appointed to it. What the guardian angels do in spirit, the corporeans, or those in the flesh, shall do in the physical. And this was the first supplemental divine law. So, child born to faithless parents, there needs to be rites and ceremonies. Because guess what? The rites and ceremonies that you are partaking in, the guardian. Dang, as above, so below, right? That's the whole point of rites and ceremonies. Because we're supposed to be on one accord with the unseen, with the angels. All right, the brothers and sisters. Through the commandment of the presiding Lord, the guardian angel, Ashars, assembled in the house of the faithless at the time of the birth of a child. See, this thing timed down to the second. And these spirits baptized the child with a rod, sprinkling water on his head, in the same way as when selecting victims who have been delivered out of hell. See, a lot of y'all don't. And one of the rites and ceremonies they do when they deliver you out of hell was to hit you with that water. And look at this. Say it again. It says, and these spirits baptized the child with a rod, sprinkling water on its head. The same. Dang. Look at this. And by inspiration, the angels induce the mortals to go through the same ceremony. Having a priest perform with the rod, which had been dipped in water. So you being spiritually baptized and physically baptized. All right, there go your spiritual baptism right there. Dang. God decreed, Div decreed those who have belief in the Most High and has high possibilities inherited. And if it dies in infancy, it shall not be placed with the children of drunks in heaven, but in a place that will enable the parents after death to visit it with delight. Look at this. This was the second supplemental divine law. Where you see your children. Infancy. And the question has been, dang, I wonder if I get to see my child. Look how the Creator, how merciful the Most High is, man. There's a system in order for everything, everyone, every spirit. Yes, you are allowed to see your children who have died in infancy. And if it dies in infancy, it shall not be placed with the children of the demons or the dark spirits in heaven, but in a place that will enable the parents after death to visit with delight. This was the second supplemental divine law. Look how merciful the Creator is, man. Look at that. Go up to verse 13, 8 and 13. Mortals to have their children baptized in infancy, so that in case of death, they could be taken to a place of delight and not fall into the power of drudges, the evil spirits. Dear propounded, God propounded. If a young man who is a faithist or who has faith in the Creator, and a young woman who is also a faithist or has, faith in the Creator, seek to marry, and both every way obedient to the Creator's law and to the law of the gods and lords or the angels, what shall be the rights and ceremonies? There are rights and ceremonies for a faithist man and woman getting together. And guess what, y'all? These rites and ceremonies are mimicked in the spiritual realm. Your guardian angels and all them take part in that. Dang, look at this. God decreed they shall be married by a rabbah, a priest, with kin and friends present. The rabbah shall say, Yahuwah or Maz has united you forever. Live in peace and love on earth, and you shall dwell together. Look at this. Heavenly place of delight after death. Look at that. You trying understand this? The ceremonies and rites that you perform, you did in the flesh as someone who has faith in the Most High, the Creator. That's done in the spirit by your guardian angels and all that. All right. And even the wedding ceremony, that's there so you can dwell together in the heavenly place of delight after death. That'd be the thing too. Dang, well, I see my spouse. Your spouse may have passed on before you. Well, I see my children. Well, I see my loved ones. Well, I see my spouse. Man, Creator got something for all of that. Look at it. What Maz or Yahweh has joined, no man can separate. Angels and the kindred spirits shall have rites and ceremonies in the same house. Yeah, the spiritual realm, the unseen realm is more of a reality than you know. You having these rites and ceremonies. No, it's my wedding, and you don't even know. Like, it's straight like guardian angels, there's spirits up in here doing the same thing. And this shall be called the beginning of a new heavenly kingdom. This was the third supplemental divine law. Yeah, we got to work that out, y'all. You know what I mean? As you see, marriage in the flesh has to do with establishing a heavenly kingdom. Yeah, the rites and ceremonies are something that even the angels or your guardian angels take part in. Look at this. Book of Divinity, chapter 8 and 16. Besides these, 108 supplemental divine laws were passed, and they comprehended all things in the life and death of mortals. and all things pertaining to the resurrection after death. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. After so great was the power of the ceased. The tribes and nations dwelt together in peace. The people ceased to build large cities and ceased striving for the things of earth. But they learned little except rites and ceremonies, prayers and singing hymns of praise to HERBAL or Yahuwah, and to his gods and lords, and to Zarathustra, the all pure. Thus ended the dominion of HOAB's reign in heaven and earth. HOAB is the son of the creator. He was a god over the heavens and the earth and was called to, raise mortals up. All right, whose greatness had never been surpassed. Yahuwah. So Yahuwah brought the regions of light, Dan, and sent 7 ships and delivered God and his harvest of 16 billion angels in the places of the light, the Nirvanian fields of Nikrosawacha in Etheria. Ooh, wait. Ooh, wait. We come up, we're going to go into the false gods, because we read earlier where a cat that crossed over, who was educated, but he won't go no higher than the second resurrection unless he acknowledged the Most High. Because they're all false deities and lords and gods who are playing mortals like puppets, right? That is chapter 9, Divinity. Then God, or HOAB, bewailed the state of the earth because men ceased to love anything on it. His whole mind and heart was set upon heavenly things. And the earth was becoming like a neglected form grown over with weeds and briars. So Yahuwah answered God's prayer, saying, behold, I will bring darkness to cover the earth on all sides. Prepare for it, my son. For not only will man desire of the earth, but the angels in your high heavenly places will forsake them and go down to the earth. So it came to pass, Yahuwah brought Jiyah upon the earth, that's darkness. And it was in a state of darkness for 400 years, and the sun did not shine. Out lights and shadows, and men's minds and hearts took after the nature of the physical world, losing sight of the creator and his heavenly promises, and they focus on the desires of earth. At first their desires were heavenly, so then darkness comes. Now they're gonna focus on what's going on the earth. All of this leads up to the time period we in now, y'all, where it's cosmine. It's all balanced now. You're supposed to balance your yeah. Now look at this right here. All right, and they focus on the desires of earth and of the pleasures of the flesh life. Now during GA, there fell perpetual atmospheric substance on the earth. And it was of the nature and kind of substance of which the earth is made, but atmospheric. And this is that which is called Jiyah. All right, Jiyah. Jiyah is the Gal word for the same thing. All right, atmospheric substance that falls during the time of darkness. And the plateau of Heradians, the red hole, was driven down to the earth and near the earth, and the belt of meteors was moved nearer by thousands of miles. And in many places upon the earth, meteoric stones fell like a rain shower, but burning hot and with suffocating smell. And the affairs of mortals were changed. They built new cities and became. And the heavenly places of the light were broken up and descended to the earth. And the angels were cast upon the earth, turning away from faith in Yahuwah or HERBAL, seeking joy in the affairs of earth. And God and his lords were powerless to inspire righteous works, either with mortals or angels. But man and woman became prolific, and they grew large and full of. Yahuwah spoke to God, saying, maintain your kingdom, and your gods and lords under you shall also maintain their kingdoms. Nor shall you let my people become discouraged with my works, because I have sent darkness upon the earth to benefit mortals. Look at this. Look at this. He say, look, stay steadfast. Right? The natural cycles of life, y'all. Light, then darkness. Up, then down. That's the natural cycle. You be up, then you be down. You have it, then you don't have it. You be in light, you it's light, then it's darkness. It's sun, then it's rain. Those are the natural cycles. You know what I mean? It's a natural cycle. You know what I mean? Look at it. Because I had sent darkness upon the earth to benefit mortals and mortality. So also in that same. So it's a lesson behind the darkness. It's a lesson behind the trial you're going through. Neither shall they claim this a judgment upon them, nor say that I do these things in anger. So he ain't bringing darkness and anger. This ain't judgment or as punishment or for benefit of one to the injury of others. Look at this. Because you are guided by my voice and my commandments and bestowing the divine law, behold the strength and wisdom of your pupils. For to the extent that they learn atmosphere, so will they become triumphant in my Ethereal world. You made to conquer and master elements around this deal. Creator saying, I allow atmospheric substance to fall, and I allow, you understand, periods of darkness, so you will learn and understand both mortals and angels to what? Master his elements. And that you may become triumphant when you get to the Ethereal or the emancipated heavens and worlds. Yeah, you got to be high raised. You got to be highly trained. You see that? He like to see you bumping your head, none of that. It's so mortals and angels will learn to master the elements that he created in the atmosphere. You see that? Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Yeah, balance, I mean, but spiritual matters. That's it. You ain't doing nothing physical. You dig? Or you can go all physical and don't even try to feed your spirit. So what I mean by balance is feed your spirit and your flesh what it needs to be nourished. All right, don't just feed your spirit, don't just feed your flesh. Feed them both. That's what I mean by that. All right. And let me read it again. God perceived, and he and his lords and sub-gods fortified their kingdoms on all hands and provided assistance to their colleges. You mean to tell me it's colleges? Yeah. Universities, right? Huh? You graduate and go to the university, right? Schools of learning in the heavens. Hands and provided assistance to their colleges, factories, hospitals, and places of education in order to maintain the angels who had sought resurrection. Nevertheless, it came to pass that many angels believed in a new order of light was coming on the earth, in which the earth will become the all highest abode for angels and gods. Oh, no, you think this is, look, this is kindergarten. You think this is good as it gets her? Oh, man. Others having lived 200 or 300 years in atmosphere and never having been in Etheria began to disbelieve in the higher heavens and finally to disbelieve in Yahuwah also. And in 200 years' time, God and his lords lost influence. The mortals took to war, and the angels who had ministered to them became wanderers and adventurers without organization and cared neither for truth nor wisdom, but flattered mortals for their own glory. And the kings and queens of the earth built temples for their familiar spirits, who assumed the ancient names of gods and lords. Now, when the next ark of light, or Dan, was near at hand, God enumerated his upraised hosts, and there were 12 billion prepared as brides and bridegrooms for Yahuwah's higher heavens. And because it was less than the number of his predecessor, because his predecessor, Hoab, and them had 12 billion. So he was 4 billion short. And because it was less than the number of his predecessor, he cried out to Yahuwah, bewail in his weakness. And Yahuwah answered him, saying, do not bewail, my son. You have done a great work, nor ask that you may remain another Dan or another cycle of light, for the next will not be so fair a harvest. So God grieved no more, but bestowed his kingdom on his successor, and his lords did likewise, and so did his sub-gods and all other persons having proteges. And God called together the brides and bridegrooms of Yahuwah. Yahuwah sent 5 great ships of fire down from Etheria and deliver God and his hosts into the emancipated worlds. All right. So next we're going to pick up right here. He's going to get into this false god, Sea Tusk, who named himself Ahura. And his homeboy told him, say, look, you not built for that. You not built for that. You just a lord. You just a lord. You ain't even no God, Jack. Like, what you got these people thinking you can do? I know you. I crowned you, Lord, in the name of the Creator. What you doing breaking from the Most High, talking about you about to set up your own kingdom? You know you gonna fall, right? Look, hey, bro, I beseech you. I've been cool with you 90,000 years, Jack. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then he found himself in hell and in the knot, jacked up. Then he got delivered and went hard for the Creator. Hard. You know what I mean? Hard. Like, no, y'all tripping. I've been there. You dig? That's right. The monks. But true about this, YAH'KI, what the monks got mastered is, that's still low. That's what I'm saying. We ain't on no levels. And we think the monks and all them is like on the, even what they got mastered is low compared to what we going to. But compared to the earth, yeah, they on some high vibrationals. The monks in them. The one brother, the breatharian, Elitum. Elamin, that brother's a breatharian. You know what I mean? That breath don't even eat. Man, these cats take the nourishment from the earth and the sun and the moon, bro, and use that as energy. They convert that to energy to nourish and sustain their body. These cats ain't even eating out here. He like a monk. This is serious, you know what I mean? So good to see y'all. It did. Any of y'all looking for the frankincense and myrrh, make sure y'all get it at Hebrew. It's easy work. You know what I mean? Get it. We got plenty of the frank and myrrh. Plenty. Marvelous Mac. Y'all get at me if y'all, you know, trying to get some type of smell goods or even trying to get the spiritual oil, especially doing the, you know, the spiritual, the healing oils is the frankincense and myrrh. They smell fire too, but they have medicinal properties to them. You know what I mean? So I had to rub the head and feet of my loved ones before and say a powerful prayer over them, just, you know, and watch its whole sickness break. Yeah, y'all, we gonna pick it back up right here. More than likely, the next time we go live, we're gonna get into the false deities and gods too. Start rebelling. They ain't like the whole system in order that we was just reading about. That we all was like, man, that's tight. We gonna be doing what? Dang. You know, it's those who grow tired of that and break loose and set up their own kingdoms. You understand? And start capturing souls themselves to their own kingdoms and all that, and say their kingdom is the highest kingdom. And jump them. They ball them up in a knot. They all get infused into a knot. And the Creator got to send angels, highly trained angels who are skilled in delivering hell and severing knots and restoring chaotic spirits to get you out of the mess that you made. When you get up out of there, then you restore it, then you hear your judgment. Hey, this is the work you got to do to clean up the mess you did. Get to work. You know what I mean? So yeah, so look, I love all y'all indeed and true. Bless that. Continue to pray for us as we continue to Nazarene, the same faiths, brothers and sisters. Y'all already know. Create a gang in the building. You bring them, we raise them. Believe that. And that's all we've been doing. Kicking ass and taking names. And since don't nobody want no smoke, we just teaching. That's it. We just teaching. And it ain't no praise to none of us. It's all praise and glory down to the Most High, the Creator, YAHWH, however you saying his name, man. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the Most High, with the unseen, the unbegotten Creator. He's ever present, all knowing, all powerful, always was, is, and ever shall be. You understand? The Creator. Now, God, his son or sons or a goddess, his daughters, they can sit on thrones in his name and take care of certain physical worlds and all that, but they're never praised or worshiped. They tell you, I'm just your brother or sister. I'm here to assist you. And that's how we live our life. We're here to assist others. That's it. You know what I mean? Be a comfort to others, a prayer, a comfort, you know, someone that, you know, a shoulder to lean on, you know. Once you cross over, or what we going to be doing when we get to the kingdom. We just got a sneak peek. The last 2 videos on this channel, the last one and then this one. You dig? So I salute you all in the name of Yahuwah, the creator. YHWH'S. You dig? Be in the heart, minds, and spirits of all you brothers and sisters. You dig? Bless up. You dig? And choose this day to walk in power and certainty. Choose this day. Fight your mind. Fight your mind. You understand? Fight your mind. Let your mind know today I'm done with being afraid. I'm done with being hateful, vengeful. No, I can do all things, right? I keep hearing all. And then one of the titles of creator is the all. So if he's the all, if creator is the all, then there ain't nothing that creator can't handle. You got to have faith in the Most High. Move on that. Move on that. You understand? You'll never unlock your full potential being afraid, being depressed, being racist, being hateful. You understand? Why you think the Israelite movement ain't went nowhere? There's too much hating in it. Body hot. You know what I mean? You're acidic. So fight your mind when those unclean vibrations come knocking. Fight that. Fight that. You dig? And let it be known. I don't care if it's sickness. I don't care if it's sadness. I don't care because society got you feeling less than a man because you make, man, look. Hey, look, man up. All right? Woman up, sisters. You dig? Walk boldly in the creator. Walk in confidence. You know what I mean? We ain't here to play second fiddle to no unclean vibration of spirit. None of it. Walking full authority of the creator. Y'all sons and daughters of the creator. I wish I would tiptoe through some tulips around here. Now, when my feet hit that pavement every morning, I walk outside knowing I'm a son of the Most High. Can't nobody tell me opposite. What you mean? And I don't care what I got going on. You dig? That's how you got to be. You got to be fearless. Fight your mind. I refuse to be in fear. Creator ain't gave none of y'all the spirit of fear. That's an unclean vibration. Over having panic attacks, anxiety attacks, because you fearful. Having all type of stuff happen to your physical body because you're fearful. Your mind. You got to fight that. Nah, Jack. Seat's taken. You can't be here today. Nope. You know, and cry out to your creator. Love without love, oh Most High. Power without power. You understand? Give me the wisdom and power to walk as a divine son of yours. Yeah. Walk as a divine daughter of yours. Yeah. Life ain't just happening to none of y'all. We act so powerful, thinking about all this evil and depression and murder and hatred and anger. You're going to crash and burn because you're going to attract that to you. That's why I'm always like, get up. No. Okay, you done crying. Okay, yeah, blow your nose and get on back out here. As your brother, I can't leave you in that sunken place. You got to get up. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Dang, Malaki, everybody ain't as strong as you. Man, I heard that about 100 times in the past couple of days. Look, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about you. And anything. Speak it and feel it. It's coming right to your front door. So I choose to dwell, feel, and think about what's right and good and exact. Those that That's nothing to be afraid of. And once you look at it like that, all your problems leave. What are you complaining about? What are you complaining about? You mean to tell me you about to have a heart attack because your light's about to get cut off? Is that what we talking about here? You do know you can go right to the store and get a candle. You do know there's a such thing as flashlights today, right? You mean to tell me you about ready to crash and burn because the light's about to get cut off? Oh, okay. Okay. That lets you know really what we are. So we about to have this argument and end our marriage based off some what? Bills? Opinion is none of your business. Walk in absolute authority, because whatever you perceive as a problem, you worrying about it ain't never did nothing for you. It's counterproductive. So choose this day to walk in wisdom, healing, love, abundance, protection, peace, righteousness, victory. Choose that. And whenever another spirit come knocking, say you can't sit here, leave. You understand? I charge you in the name of the Creator to move away from me. You can't have me. I refuse to be angry today. I refuse to be depressed. I refuse to be in the woe is me spirit. I'm just so ugly. I can't. The only real power is willpower. All is mine. How you think some of the most people that the world would call ugly got the most confidence and they out here popping? How is Lizzo out here popping? Lizzo. But you can't just say what you want about it. Guess what you can't say about it? She ain't got confidence. And here you go, who have the higher knowledge, who understands the character of the Creator, running around here with the mumble mouth, lip fumbling, smelling your own breath. Woe is me. You want to throw a woe is me party? Complaining about everything? Nah. We about solutions. And we ain't finna allow you to stay sad around us. Get up. Let's work. Let's work together to solve this so-called problem. But what we not finna do is get in the woe is me spirit and no, it's just me and nobody else is walking my shoes. And I'm just, you know, flagellant. So I walk in an expectancy every day. I walk in power. I know the Creator is with me. You can't tell me different. And I'm saying, brothers and sisters, you have the same confidence. You got to know that. It's past faith. You got to know that the Creator is with you, period. Peace conquer war. Last I read, love conquers all. That means the most powerful weapon you got. You see that? So I love all y'all indeed and in truth, believe that and know that. Continue to pray for your brothers. I continue to pray for y'all. But look, you don't need to wait for nobody to go live. You understand? You know what you need to be doing. Let's get to it. I salute you all in the name of the Creator, YAHWH. Bless you all. And let's touch and agree. You understand? Let's touch and agree to be about wisdom, healing, love, abundance. Be victorious today. Expect to be powerful. Expect to be healed or heal someone today. Expect to be a blessing. Expect to, to be a comfort. Expect that. Expect that. That's what you're here for, right? We reading about angels who got hundreds of thousands of years in the unseen realm, in the higher heavens, and they still laboring for you. How dare we not labor for others? How dare we be like, oh, this is all about me. Salvation is selfish. No, it ain't. It's selfless. It's selfless. You dig? So I'm about to hear family. Much love, love and light. And to the next time, To the next time, you dig? We'll shine some more Ethereum light, come through with this chrome dome, bust up a few hells, you know what I mean? Sever a few knots, you dig? And my fire ship, my Wagner. Shit, I'm back up to Ethereum, baby. I'm about to hear love and light. Bless up, clip up. Yahoo.